So, und damit herzlich willkommen zur offiziellen Pressekonferenz zu OKTAGON
Hello, ladies and
53 in
gentlemen.
Oberhausen.
Welcome
Die
to the
Pressekonferenz ist wie immer
official
aufgeteilt in
press
zwei Teile.
conference.
Den ersten darf ich jetzt moderieren in der trauten
As
Runde
always,
mit den Herrschaften, die hier
this
alle
conference
versammelt
will
sind.
have two
Ich denke,
parts.
wir haben heute wieder
First
einen
one will
spannenden
be
Abend voller
moderated
Kämpfe
by me.
gesehen.
It will be
Wir haben auch
hosted
wieder
by me.
gesehen,
I
dass
think we've seen
triumphale
amazing
Siege und
matches
bittere
and fights
Niederlagen
tonight,
sehr, sehr
and
eng
we
beieinander
saw
liegen.
the
Deswegen gebe ich
triumph,
jetzt das Wort an alle
we
hier in der
saw
Runde,
the
an alle
bitter
Journalisten,
defeats
die noch
of some
Fragen
other
an die
athletes.
Kämpfer haben. Bitte schön.
Now I'll turn the floor over for your questions. The first question is for Akipa. So Druschek, before the match, he said he would beat you in grappling. How were you preparing for that? Or did you just think that you want to stay standing up in the match? My preparation was absolutely fantastic. There was nothing he could surprise me with. I don't know what happened. I wasn't nervous. The people in the stadium were fine. There were no emotions. I really don't know what happened, what went wrong. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to deliver on my game plan, and well, that's how it is. Your opponent took you into a guillotine. It kind of looked like the referee didn't have enough time to notice that you actually fell asleep. Do you think it was a mistake or it was okay? Well, I think that after a few seconds, I thought that I would never tap out of this. But the guillotine was very long and very tough. I have to admit that, I have to say that I really respect my opponent for saying that I was out. So I really respect him for talking to the referee. Now, so did you manage to sort out the beef that you had with your opponent? I mentioned it before. It's not that I hate him. I was just taken over by emotions. There were comments about my family. And my family is something nobody gets to say a wrong word about. He liked a comment that was negatively aimed against my family, and that's something you don't do. He says he didn't understand, he didn't read the comment, but I told him, take the like away. Unfortunately, the emotions were high, and I just had to do something to put an end to it. It was just emotional, and I apologized for it. And I would do the same even if I'd won. Now a question for Ivica.
Full emotion, or you say, okay, emotion is over, I go in the cage and fight?
Yeah, energy is energy, and I was not very welcomed in the cage, but I tried to make it work for me, and this time I was lucky enough to succeed.
Now you have, I think, 82 fights. How many fights we will see from you?
I am not a good judge of that. That will decide my coach and my friend. He will know better from the outside, because I will probably want to fight even when I cannot stand.
Okay, dann direkt die Frage an Emir. Erstmal Gratulation zum Kampf. Wir haben vorhin schon gesprochen. Beschreib mal aber trotzdem deine Emotionen, dein
So, congratulations. Could you describe your feelings after the first match in front of tens of thousands of people? This is a question for Amir Khan Al. It was an amazing feeling, an amazing atmosphere, and I really enjoyed it. It was the first professional match for me, as well as a huge moment. I'm very happy OKTAGON gave me the opportunity. I managed to take that opportunity, and now there are more challenges ahead of me. Now a question for Johnny. It was also your premiere at the OKTAGON, and congratulations on your win. It looked like it was a very tough match for you. Did you expect something else from your opponent? No, it was exactly what I expected.
8 Monate lang nicht gekämpft und dann nach 8 Monaten auf der
But unfortunately, I haven't fought for 8 months, so it's difficult for me to get into the fight. If you fight after such a long time, it's very, very tough.
Hast du schon irgendeinen im Sinn, den du als nächstes kämpfen möchtest?
So this was your first match.
ursprünglich war ja der Plan,
But do you have any idea about who you want to fight next?
angefragt. Octagon kam halt mit dem Kampf und da er auf 5 gerankt war in Lightweight, also
It looked like I might get a match
konnte ich mir die Chance entgehen lassen.
at the 61 category, 61 kg category.
Bei 66 bleiben oder 61.
But Octagon gave me a different match, and that's why I accepted it.
Question for Avisa. You've obviously had an amazing career, over 80 fights. Talk to me about this moment. Where's it rank in everything you've achieved so far?
I lost a couple of fights in the last 5. I think I have 4 defeats. So every time you win is a big thing, and especially after a few losses, and especially in such a big crowd as it was today. So it's a big relief. And the last time I was here, I lost in dramatic fashion. So I was lucky to be a winner today. Sometimes not a better fighter wins. Sometimes wins the luckiest. I was lucky today.
Obviously, your journey has just been amazing. The first fight all the way back in 2007. Did you think then you'd go on this incredible road to where you are now?
I never thought it would be. I was prepared to pay for training and to fight for as long as I can. I never thought it would get this far, and to sit here today and answer your questions.
And a win like this, it propels you up the rankings. What is the fairy tale end for you? What do you want to achieve now?
I have a revenge on my mind, but first I want to say I'm glad this is over. This how do you say with Akipa? I am not comfortable being a bad guy. I don't want to be a bad guy. I made a mistake, and I'm glad that this is over. But yeah, we have another drama with Jan, who was with me. I was with him and his girlfriend in sauna, and he beat my friend, my brother Croatian, Milidragovic. And we have to settle the score now. He's an experienced fighter, my size. He's not as big as Akipa. He's not as good of a kickboxer as Akipa, and neither am I. But we should make a great fight, and I will revenge my brother's loss.
That'd be fantastic. And obviously you and Akipa had this rivalry. That's settled now. You've apologised to each other. Is that, in a sense, what MMA is all about? You have this big rivalry, and then afterwards there's so much respect there between the two fighters.
You really get to know each other inside the cage, and I think I know him now, and he knows me. I respect him. I don't like everything that happened before. He defended his family. That's I respect that. But I'm glad it's over. I don't want to be a bad guy.
Thank you very much. One more for me for Baconi. You've obviously had an amazing career, and hopefully there's many more fantastic nights for you to come. I was just wondering if you would want to get on that big Prague card in the stadium, whether there's any names you'd like there, and if you'd still be open to a fight with Shem Rock, who would like to fight you in that stadium.
Já jsem trošku uvězněný
I'm kind
v té
of trapped at the
situaci, že
moment.
neumím MMA nahradit.
Trapped by the fact that there is no substitute for MMA for me.
A
It's more than a sport for me.
nevím, co mám bez fajtování dělat.
I don't know what
takže
I would do if
fajtovat
there was
chci
no
dál
fighting, so
a
that's why I
myslím
want to
si, že
keep
tady
on
máme
fighting.
všichni tak.
And I think
Takže
it's the same with everybody here.
já můžu bojovat za 2 hodiny.
I could take another fight in 2 hours. It's no problem for me. If somebody calls me to fight in Eden, I will.
Miluju prostě fajtování
I love fighting.
je to můj život.
It's my whole life.
Pojďme bojovat v Edenu.
And let's fight in
Je
Eden.
to prostě o tom, že v kleci stojí 2
It's about
chlapy.
one thing. It's about
Vždycky
2
jenom
men
vyjde jako
standing in the
poražený,
cage
ale-
and one man leaving
ale
defeated
důležitá
and
je
one
ta
man
cesta,
leaving as a victor.
která nás posouvá
The most important
a
part, however,
ve který
is the
vidíme-
journey we are all on.
ve který vidíme to,
And it's the journey where we see what nobody else does.
Můžu říct, že mám skvělou rodinu, můžu říct,
I
že
can
mám
say that I
skvělou
have an
přítelkyni
amazing family, an amazing girlfriend,
to se zjistí při těch nejhorších
and
chvílích
that's
a ty jsou v
what you
přípravě nebo
realize during the most difficult
při
moments,
samotném
during
fightu.
preparation or during the actual fight.
Jo, můžu bojovat i v Edenu.
Yes, and
Shem
definitely
Rock,
I can fight in Eden again.
no problém, jako
Shem
já můžu
Rock,
bojovat s kýmkoliv,
that's no problem.
ale vždycky
I can
někdo odejde
fight
jako
anyone.
poražený nebo jako vítěz.
There will
Já jsem
definitely be a winner and a loser.
nikdy nevzdal, ale mi amputovali
I never
nohu
gave
a-
up, I
a
never give
nevzdal
up.
jsem
They
se, šel
almost
jsem dál a
amputated
dneska jsem
my leg,
mluvil,
but I kept
po
on
telefonu-
going.
Po telefonu se svojí vlastní
Today
dcerou
I
a
phoned
ta mi
my
řekla,
daughter.
hej, pokorní se nikdy nevzdávají.
She told me, the Pokornis never give up.
Svý dceři předat.
And that's
a
something I
jedno,
want
že jsem
to
prohrál dnes,
tell her, that's something
ale
I want to teach her.
nikdy se prostě nevzdám.
I will never give up, even if I lost today.
Hi everyone. Question for Emir. It was your professional debut. Congratulations on the big win. What was the biggest difference you noticed from an amateur career to then a professional fight?
Actually, it's not a big difference, but just the crowd. I never fought against 30,000 people, and elbows and knees to the head. It's just fighting, amateur and pro. It's for me the same. And yeah.
So you mentioned it being the same in the fight, but is it the same in the preparation for the fight?
Actually, I train when I was an amateur. I trained 5 minutes, 10 rounds sparring with the pros by UFD gym, and it wasn't a big difference. I trained now same. Yeah.
And question for Vika. Do you feel that your experience in there, taking on a guy who has experience in the kickboxing range, but not necessarily in the MMA case, helped you tonight?
Punches are punches and kicks are kicks. I was playing a little bit of a psychological game. I wanted to make him defend takedowns even when they are not there, so I could strike, but I felt comfortable in there in the clinch, and it turned out I could actually control him on the cage and take him down a couple of times.
And last one from me. What did she show you in this matchup that maybe you hadn't seen before in a previous fight?
He kicked me very nice in the liver. I hoped he wouldn't continue. I put on a poker face, but it slipped out a little.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Noch weitere Fragen? Any more questions? Okay, dann bedanke ich mich auf jeden Fall an der Stelle. Das war es soweit mit dem ersten
So in
Teil
that
der
case,
Pressekonferenz.
I'd like to
Jetzt geht es
thank
gleich im Anschluss
everybody for
weiter
attending
mit den
the
weiteren Kämpfern,
first
die
part
noch
of the
im Line-Up
conference,
gewesen sind.
and there will be a
Angeführt
second part
natürlich
shortly.
auf der Pressekonferenz von
There
den
will be
OKTAGON
other
MMA-Mann
fighters.
Andrei Nowotny und
You can
Paul
ask your
Vielen
questions.
Dank.
Hosting will be Andrei Novotny and
Oh, it's gone under the chin. That's under the chin. Bojan Belichkovic here, looking to claim the title. He's done it. He has done it. His name is carved in history. What a moment.
The first Tipspot Game Changer tournament was absolutely sensational.
Season 2 sets for the lightweight division.
It's one of the best divisions all around the world.
Tipspot Game Changer se skutečně stal ligou mistrů. Dohromady jsme dali neuvěřitelné jména.
Makwan Emirkhani, somebody who's done amazing things in the UFC. Akon Wanlis, Ronald Paradisian.
Grabinski coming back. Daniel Torres, former KSW champion.
These are the best fighters in Europe.
Ja som od malička tým, ktorý chce porážať tieto legendy. Nie przegrałem żadnej walki w oktagonie. Jestem w stanie każdego znokautować.
The final fight of the tournament is almost compared to UFC title fight.
Ich bin der Kämpfer mit der meisten Erfahrung und ich werde am Ende der Sieger sein.
Oh, the right hand. Oh my goodness.
5 tournaments,
16 of the top European fighters fighting for €1 million prize money.
Definitivno je najveći nagradni fond za evropski MMA.
That is life-changing.
These fighters have seen what it means to become a tip sport game changer champion.
From Serbia, Bojan Prometheus!
They're fighting for national pride.
Having my country behind me just gives me goosebumps in a way.
This is gonna be the hardest challenge of my life.
They will be creating a legacy. We are set to see a masterpiece in 2024.
The game is about to change.
Would you like to see Keita in the Tip Sport Game Changer? You can now decide whether he will continue in the European MMA Champions League at a future event, where his fight will be rescheduled. Vote now, and one of you will be rewarded with a signed walkout t-shirt.
Welcome, good evening, guten Abend, everyone. Welcome on the press conference after OKTAGON 53. Amazing tournament, like we all feel it. This was the special night. What these guys showed to us, it was pure war, and then the reason why we love this sport was on the maximum this night. Yeah, so I just want to say thanks to all fighters, everyone from the OKTAGON team who was participating on this tournament, all the fans who was watching. Welcome back, David Zavada in OKTAGON, welcome home. Nice intro. And maybe you want to say fight performance of the night.
So 5,000 euro for Tip Sport performance of the night goes to Islam Dulatov. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I want to say the half of the 5,000 I will give my brother David Zavada, because he have also a very hard fight. So yeah,
Das Geld bleibt in Rat, Bruder, du weißt Bescheid.
The bonus is going half to David and half to me.
Champ. Okay, it's generous.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's not up to me. I always saying, but everybody's still thinking that it's up to me. So who's got the first question?
Yeah, first question for Pavel and Andre. An amazing tournament tonight. Congratulations, guys. You've got a female champion there who's doing amazing things. What's it like to have an ambassador like her?
Yeah, we are very happy that Katarina is not just our ambassador, but also ambassador of the women's MMA and women's sport, because she's amazing. Same like Eva, I have to say, because today after 2 rounds it was the draw for 2 scorecards. So, and I asked her like, how was it to go and knowing that you have to win that 5th round, and he just said like, and she just said like, yeah, trainer said to me that I have to win the 5th round, so I did. He's like this. So we are very happy.
Fantastic, Katarina, obviously. Another amazing achievement for you tonight. You're undeniably the greatest female fighter in OKTAGON history. What do you have to continue doing so in 30 years, when we've had another load of OKTAGON tournaments, that you're still looked at as the best female fighter of all time?
Thanks for the words, first of all. Yeah, I just try to continue and improve myself, and yes, I'm looking forward for the next title defenses. I'm sure that I will get tough opponents that I can, which challenge me and which make me improving more my game.
And Eva, you've had an incredible life, a soldier with the French military. Now you're competing for world titles with OKTAGON MMA. When you look at your journey, how do you reflect on that and the amazing things you've done throughout your life?
Eva, quand on regarde ta vie, c'est incroyable. Tu étais dans l'armée. Alors, est-ce que tu peux regarder ta vie et tu peux nous rencontrer? Qu'est-ce que tu sens maintenant?
Oui, je suis toujours dans l'armée et aujourd'hui mes journées sont assez rythmées. Je me lève très tôt le matin à 6 h, je travaille toute la journée dans l'armée et tous les soirs je vais m'entraîner. Pour moi le MMA c'est vraiment une très très grande passion et je consacre une grande partie de ma vie au MMA. Ouais.
So yes, I'm always soldier and I'm working all day. In the morning I start in the army. And in the evenings I have my practices for MMA. It's my big passion and I want to continue in it.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Tom, you've competed in some amazing promotions around the world. You've fought in Sweden, you've fought in Las Vegas, but the OKTAGON atmospheres are always pretty special. What was it like to be involved with that tonight?
That were amazing tonight. You know, I've had 2 years out and then to come back and then fighting, I think that's the biggest crowd I've ever fought in. And yeah, definitely spurred me on. Yeah, it was just unbelievable experience.
And obviously tonight it went 1-1 going into the final round. I wonder what your evaluation was at that final round. Did you think you'd done enough to get the victory?
I thought I could have done enough, yeah. I thought I might have just edged it. But it is what it is. We just go on to the next one now.
Thank you very much. Last one for me for Braz. Obviously, a good victory for you tonight. Now you've got the prospect of Christian Ekeling, which would be absolutely amazing. What would a name like him mean for your legacy?
I said it in the cage. And as I've said, I don't enjoy trash talk, and I just enjoy a big challenge. He's the #1 in Germany, so he's a really big guy here, and I really want to see how we'd measure up. So if Andre approves, then it's gonna happen. It's my dream. It's one of the last big fights that I'd like to have.
Thank you. First of all,
I will just translate, or you will translate to English? No, I will translate. Okay. Yeah, but not for him. Yeah, okay. So he just said that basically it's a big dream for him to test himself against Ekeling in a fight like this, you know, in Frankfurt.
Hi everyone. First of all, question for David Zavada. How did it feel to announce your return to Octagon in the dramatic fashion in which you did?
Yeah, of course. My plans after the other organizations was every time that when I come back to the Europe, I want to go to Octagon because I was here, and I feel also sorry that I went before. But you know, it's a travel from a fighter, you know, up and downs. So I'm glad to be back, that they take me, and you know, I'm every time here to perform good, to bring a show. I feel good in here, and yeah, you know, I love it. You know, Octagon is for me the best organization now in Europe, and soon, you know, I will also put everything into that. The name will be big. You know, they can bring me big opponents from. It doesn't matter. Also UFC veterans or something. You know, they will come here, and I show them that Octagon have also a really good level of fighters.
Question for Islam. You came into this fight with a lot of hype. Did you feel any pressure before coming on to the biggest stage of your career?
No, I never feel pressure. I was feeling better than ever because I know what I can, and I said yesterday, you know, I don't actually. The people was talking so much about me, about my skills, and yeah, I think today I showed the people that I'm a fighter with a high level. He gave me a tough fight. A big respect to him. He's definitely one of really not many people. Just want to say, in this preparation, I have knocked out 7 sparring partners. You know, and yeah, he's very tough. I have to say this really. So respect to your brother.
Did you expect him to be that tough going in there? Because he took some of your best shots and returned fire.
To be honest, no, I didn't. Because you know, I know how hard I punch, so I didn't. I was thinking that he will stay maybe for the first 2 minutes and then later fall down, but he was good, really. Give me a tough fight.
Question for the toughest man in the room, Jonas. Did you expect Islam to hit that hard?
Sorry. We didn't expect for sure to be so fast. The right hand was good. We didn't expect to be so fast. And the truth is that we little bit expected a little bit different game plan for him, and it was a little bit frustrating at the end, at the beginning. But you know, 1 second you are away from victory, one second you are on the victory. It happens.
What was the game plan you were expecting from Islam?
We expected a little bit low kicks, some calf kicks, and to say the truth, for him to come inside more. But as we see, it's changed. We expect something else, but this is the fight game.
And another big tough man is Tom Crosby. How are you feeling after that Octagon debut in front of that kind of crowd?
Yeah, I'm good. Like I said, I'm happy to be here, and like I've just said, like after that layoff that I've had, it's good to be back.
And one thing I noticed from Media Row was how awesome your hair looks when you're fighting. What was the inspiration behind the hair?
Well, a few years ago I had a bet to grow my hair, which I won. And then when I won, I just thought I'll just go for the mullet. Just look daft one way or the other.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Erste Frage an meiner Stelle, auch an dich, Islam. Erstmal Glückwunsch zu einem
My first question is for Islam. Congratulations, first of all.
Du hast alle Zweifler und
That was a great performance from you tonight. You showed all the haters how great of a fighter you are.
Lass uns über die, ich sag mal, kontroverse erste Szene sprechen. Wie frustrierend war es für dich im Cage, diese Minuten zu warten?
There was some controversy. How frustrated were you when you were waiting for the judge's decision?
In die Kabine und hat gesagt,
The judge first
der Kampf
came
ist
to
erst zu
me
Ende, defend yourself at all time. Der
and he
Kampf ist
told
erst zu
me,
Ende, wenn ich Stopp sage. Das heißt, wenn er dir einen Eye-Poke gibt und du machst so und ich sage nicht Stopp und der verpasst dir eine,
he told
und du
me
gehst
that
K.O.,
the fight
bist
wouldn't
du selber
end
schuld, hat er mir so gesagt.
until the
Das heißt,
judges would actually
schlage ihn,
decide.
rutsche vielleicht
He
tiefer
told me that
runter.
I always had to
Der Referee
defend
sagt aber
myself.
nichts, er fasst dich an den Tiefschutz, ich gebe ihm 2 Bomben, er fällt und dann sagt der Referee Stopp. Das heißt, ich höre dann auf. Aber wer
When
ist denn
I'm
schuld?
pounding
Weißt du, was
into
ich meine?
him
Ich hab-
and
also
my
ich will dem
hand
Referee nicht
happens
Schuld
to
geben,
slide
weil
by
er mit Augen
accident,
aber am Ende
and
hab
then
ich
he
das
just
gemacht, was er
touches
mir gesagt
his
hat.
groin,
All time,
I
ich
have
kann
to
hauen,
keep
solange
going.
er nicht dazwischen geht. Und das habe ich gemacht. Und deswegen, ich habe mich aber auch
I can
entschuldigt
hit
bei ihm
him
danach,
until the
natürlich,
judge
weil,
actually
wenn's
stops
tief
me.
war, war es tief. Du bist natürlich im Kampf, es war auch keine Absicht. Ne? Ich bin
Of course,
ich bin
I
der
did
Sportler, was das
apologize
angeht.
to my opponent.
Und deswegen, also, ja, das war halt die Situation.
I am a true athlete, after all, but I just
Er
had
meinte, alles
to
gut, ich habe es
put
auf
on
Video
my
gesehen, das
defenses.
war ein Tiefschlag, aber es war ein Versehen und so weiter.
Well,
und so fort.
and when I
Er
was
ist schon mal
back in the
Ref, das mach, was du
cage,
mir
the
gesagt hast.
referee
Du hast
told me
gesagt, ich
that
kann
everything
hauen,
was
bis du
okay.
dazwischen
They
kommst.
knew
Und
that
dann
I
hast
had
du
done it by
gesagt, du hast gesagt, du
accident.
sollst
I
alles
didn't actually
loslassen,
mean to hit him
wenn
into the
du
groin.
dazwischen kommst und nicht, wenn er tappt, falls es dazu kommen sollte. Er sagt, ja,
And
du
I
hast recht,
did
aber es war
explain
ein
to
Tiefschlag
him,
und deswegen,
I wasn't able to stop because
keine
the
Absicht, deswegen
referees didn't stop
läuft der Kampf
me.
jetzt weiter. Und das war auch natürlich der Aspekt, der mich
But everybody
etwas
knows that
gemacht
I
hat.
didn't mean to hit him
Ich war
there.
wieder down, weil ich dachte, der Kampf ist vorbei am Anfang.
It
Aber
did
dann
take
wieder dieses
me
Hoch, weißt du, dann
a bit to get back into the fight after that.
In irgendeiner Situation im Kampf irgendwie gefährdet gefühlt?
But I didn't want to go too hard into the fight. Did you feel in danger in any way?
Also müde war ich auf jeden Fall, ich bin ehrlich so.
Your
ich will jetzt nicht
opponent
lügen und sagen,
wasn't
ich
giving
war
up.
fit. Ich war schon
You must have been
platt, aber
tired.
Ich habe es gesehen. Riesenrespekt,
Yeah, I
wie
was
gesagt, er hat das
tired.
wirklich
I
gut
was completely
durchgestanden
done, and so was
so.
he.
Und ich habe von meinem Bruder extrem Ärger bekommen nach
And
dem
that's
Kampf. weil er
why I
meinte,
respect him.
Bruder, was hast du da gemacht so? Weißt du, das war wie auf der Straße so, als ob du dich mit jemandem prügelst. Aber ich habe meinem Bruder auch gesagt,
After
nach
the
dem
fight,
zweiten,
everybody
also nach
told
dem
me
zweiten
that
Umlauf war es
it
nur was
was
Persönliches
spectacular.
von ihm. So, wer geht schlafen?
And
Er
my
hat mich auch hart
opponent
getroffen,
asked
so, aber
me
ich weiß, ich habe ein hartes Kind,
what
so, ich wurde schon
I
sehr oft hart
was
getroffen.
doing in there that
Und
looked
ich
like a
habe gesagt, egal
street
was
fight.
passiert, heute geht einer schlafen
I
oder einer
took a
geht
lot of
K.O.
hard
Egal was
hits,
passiert, entweder ich oder der, aber einer muss auf jeden
but
Fall
still, I was sure that there would either be a KO or one of us would go to sleep.
muss halt im Stand passieren.
I tried to carry out a submission, but unfortunately it didn't work out.
Nee, also jetzt gerade
Is
kein
there
Namen im
anybody
Kopf,
you'd
den
like
ich
to
würde lügen,
fight
Namen
in the
sagen würde,
future?
aber Apollo
Well,
ist zum
no one
Beispiel
specific that I'm
interessanter
thinking of right
Gegner. Ich sag euch
now.
auch warum.
I think
Damals,
Apollo
als,
could be an
gegen
interesting
Eckerlin gekämpft hat,
opponent.
hat Apollo gesagt, er sucht die
When he
Revanche,
fought
also er
Eckerlin,
sucht die
he
Rache, genau.
actually
Und
said
jetzt war das für
that he
seinen
would
Freund
like a
Oliveira.
rematch.
Und jetzt will ich die Rache für meinen Bruder Moment
He
Krapinski und für meinen
wants to
Freund
get
Christian
his
Eckerlin.
revenge.
So, das wäre ein Kampf, der für mich interessant wäre. So, und ich denke, der Mann ist ein
We
sehr starker
could
Mann,
do that,
hat
the
einen
two
großen
of
Namen
us.
und, ne,
And I could
wäre
actually
schon
avenge
eine
Eckerlin.
krasse Sache für mich. Wie gesagt, die Leute sagen ja immer, ich stelle mich
There are a
nicht
lot
den
of big
Leuten oder
names,
ich kann
and
nicht stellen,
fighting
ich habe
him would
bewiesen,
be
dass ich
a
Top 10 mithalten kann.
great opportunity for
Weiter
me.
geht's an der Liste dann hocharbeiten.
But we'll see if my skills match up to
Nächste
theirs.
Frage an David Zawada.
Question for
Herausragende
David
Performance.
Zawada.
Auf den Scorecards war es
That was a
ein
great
tougher
performance
Fight.
tonight.
Wenn du in die dritte Runde reingegangen bist, lagst du hinten. Wusstest du, dass du da jetzt einen Finish suchen
According
musst
to
in
the
der dritten Runde? Hast du da
scoring,
noch mal alles
going into
gegeben?
the third round, you were the underdog.
Wie war das Gefühl am Boden, sag ich mal?
But did
ja,
you
also ich dachte mir auch schon,
actually
dass
find
mich
more
schnell
strength in you
auf jeden Fall in
towards
der
the
ersten
end?
Runde, das wusste ich, dass er mich
I felt like
runterkickt,
the referees didn't really like
in der ersten
me.
Runde habe ich versucht, die Ruhe zu bewahren. mich nicht zu
Of course I knew that my
mit den
opponent was trying to
Scramblen
get me
und
to the ground.
Ich habe halt ein paar
I tried to remain calm, I tried not to tire myself,
hat mich ja auch gelesen.
and I tried to submit him.
Submission
I
gegen
tried
von daher
triangle, I
wissen,
tried
dass
to
ich
put him in it.
dem Rücken so gefährlich bin. Ja, ich habe die Ruhe bewahrt.
Everybody
Ich
knows
wusste,
I'm
ich bin
dangerous.
gefährlich. Ich wusste, dass der sich auch ein bisschen übersäuert hat in der ersten
Thankfully,
Runde.
I
Ich wollte
managed
klammern,
to
weil ich auch
remain
versucht habe,
calm.
ein paar Mal hochzukommen. Er musste wieder die Position zu kämpfen.
And I also tried
in der zweiten Runde habe ich versucht, das Tempo zu erhöhen.
to just
auch
do
mit
the best I
Calf-Kicks
could.
und Körpertreffern.
In the third round, I tried to be quicker and to aim at his body, but he got some good hits as well as some hard jabs.
Aber genauso gefährlich bin ich auch, jede Sekunde.
But I knew that he would be
Deswegen
dangerous.
muss jeder auf jeden Fall
But so am I.
damit achten, dass jede Sekunde
I
wirklich
was
schlafen,
dangerous throughout the whole fight,
ich den
every
Sieg
single
drehen kann.
second, and
Das habe ich
that's
auch schon mal
why it's
bewiesen in einer anderen
important
Organisation, wo ich auch hinten
to
lag, alle 3
really,
Runden
really
und den
try
Finisher noch in der
hard
dritten
to
Runde, holen konnte. Ne?
revert the
Und,
situation when
an
it's
dieser
not
Stelle
going your
auch, wie
way,
Islam
and
eben
I
gesagt hat, wir
managed
müssen
to.
halt eine Submission oder eine Situation zu Ende
As
bringen.
Islam said,
Von daher wollte ich mich auch natürlich entschuldigen an Hodjat, weil
there
ich wollte
has
mich
to be a
verletzen mit
finish.
dem Heel-Hook. Ne, weil ich habe das nicht gesehen.
I
Ich habe
want
mich
to
zum Boden
apologize to
gedreht, er hat
Hodjat.
geschrien. Ich habe das jetzt am Video im Nachhinein gesehen. Und wo ich mich nach vorne gedreht
He
habe, habe ich gesehen,
screamed
dass er
in
weiter am
pain, and I
Schreien
didn't
war,
mean
am Schreien war.
to injure him.
Ja, dann kam der Referee erst dazwischen. Also ich kann ja erst den Griff aufhören.
When I turned him all the way around, that's when the referee
Von daher,
stepped
das ist auf
in.
jeden Fall keine Absicht gewesen. Ich hoffe,
And
er
as
wird nicht sehr
Islam
lange
said,
jetzt
I
verletzt sein.
cannot release my
Tut mir
opponent
leid
from
auf
a
jeden
heel
Fall.
hook until
Und
the
danke dir für
referee
den
tells
Kampf.
me to do so. But I would like to thank my opponent for the fight that he put on.
Großartige Performance. Hodjat, erstmal auch
Hodjat.
großen Respekt für diese Performance. Wie gesagt, in den ersten Runden sehr, sehr gut ausgesehen.
I have to respect your performance tonight. You've been strong since the beginning. How is your knee? It hurts. My knee hurts. Also my leg. And I did suffer an ankle injury previously. I couldn't walk for 2 days. Now my knee was added to the list of things. But I hope I can continue on fighting soon.
Wie war es für dich? Als du die Submission angeguckt hast?
Do you think you underestimated the last situation that you found yourself in? My opponent was just better. There was a lot to take in. He was more experienced, and I was aiming to finish him. In the first round, I went in too hard. After that, the second round, I was just too tired. In the third round, I knew that I had won the second round. And I knew that if I could turn the situation around and win the third round, that I'd win. But I took some hard hits. I thought that I might win at some point, but unfortunately that didn't end up happening. But that's just okay, that's just the life of a fighter.
Du lagst wahrscheinlich 2-0
Question
hinten.
for David
Was hat
Zawada.
dein Bruder oder deine Ecke ja, in der Rundenpause zu dir
You were
gesagt?
losing for 2 rounds.
Also,
What did your
mein
corner
Bruder hat
and
das
your
auch so
brother tell you
analysiert nach
as
der
far as
ersten Runde kam
advice?
der rein. Er sagte auch, er ist müde.
My
Er
brother
hat
analyzed the fight
das auch
after the
gesehen.
first round, and he told me
Und,
Hodjat
ich hab
is
auch gesagt, ich
tired,
glaub auch,
and
ne,
he
weil
saw
ich
that
hab
he was
abgewartet,
tired.
Runde abgeben ist
That's how I
eigentlich
felt
trotzdem
as
schlecht.
well.
Trotzdem,
So I let him
manchmal
have
muss
one
man,
round.
halt so agieren. Ne? Also ich habe die Erfahrung dafür. Ich kann damit umgehen. Ich bin halt jemand, der nicht aufgibt.
I've
Auch wenn ich
experienced
jetzt
something
vielleicht,
similar
den
before,
Kampf
and I just never
abgegeben
give
hätte,
up.
wäre es natürlich dann schlecht, aber ja, manche Pläne laufen halt so.
If
ne?
I
Mit den,
gave up,
2
then
Schritte
that
zurück,
would be
dass
bad.
man den
You
den
know
Sprung
that
macht nach
not
vorne.
all your plans always work out.
Ja, der hat
Sometimes
das
you have
genau
to go
erwähnt. Er
2
hat
steps
gesagt,
back
zweite Runde
before you
müde.
can go forward
Also,
again.
ich muss mehr Druck machen.
So he
Andere
was
Corner
tired in the
Ilya
second
hat mir
round.
gesagt, versuch's mal mit den Calf-Kicks. Ich habe 2 gelandet, er hat sofort die Aussage gewechselt und dann kam auch schon
Somebody
die
else told me that I could try some calf kicks, and I did try that. I changed my guard as
nicht jeder
well.
so vertraut und da kommen die Schläge auch anders.
Not
so noch
everybody
anders
is
aus. Und,
used
da, glaub ich, hab ich
to
gut auch gelandet.
fighting in a changed
Und,
guard,
dann
and it
in der
also
dritten
switches
Runde
up
nochmal
the
den
punches, but I
Pressure
think I managed to deal with it well. And in the third round, I just put on the pressure. Congratulations, Hodjat.
Mehr oder weniger für die Leute.
I think you deserved Fight of the Night. In the first 2 rounds, a lot of people were surprised by how strong you were. Do you think you showed the best of your skill set? I knew that I'd do great. Anybody who thought otherwise was just wrong. Just because I lost against David Zavada doesn't mean that I'm a weak fighter. I love fighting against strong fighters. What point would there be in fighting against weak opponents? I started fighting in 2017 or actually when I was 17 or 18 years old. And nothing about tonight surprised me. Katharina, congratulations, you defended your title. Looking at the fight from the outside,
Strohgewicht der Frauen auf dem Rücken praktisch von Europa. Hast jetzt OKTAGON steht praktisch für die Champions League oder die Europa League.
You are at the top of European strawweight. You managed to defend your prized title, and OKTAGON had to find an opponent that could face you. Do you think you're on your way to the UFC? If I'm being honest, then all I want is just to fight against good fighters. I just want to continue to grow. If OKTAGON gives me good fighters to fight, then I have no reason to leave for the UFC. And I'm sure my next opponent will be great. I love fighting in OKTAGON and I enjoy it very much. So I'll keep on doing it.
Okay, anybody else? Or that's it? So that's it. So I just want to say from myself and from my point of view that that we want to thanks to all the viewers which came today because the audience was unbelievable, and we know that today was the Super Bowl for German fans in football, Leverkusen against Munich. So for us it was definitely not easy to fill out the arena, and we almost did it. It was 90% plus. Congratulations to Leverkusen also. 3-0 is amazing, but I have to say that about a few fights, the Zavada against Hojat was unbelievable fight, world-class level, both fighters unbelievable, and David was losing until the last minute of the fight, so one of the best fights we ever had. Also Islam with Jon, you are fucking crazy, but that's what we like, that's how we want to present ourselves, OKTAGON also, and these fighters, because this was something unbelievable, and that love what Islam gets from publicum, even if somebody doesn't like him, this is always good. If you are separate people, somebody loves you and somebody hates you, that's the best. So congratulations, my friend.
You get paid the same day, you know. People hate you, people like you, you know. The most important thing is that you get paid on both days.
Yeah. And last but not least, I want to say that I know that Miroslav Brož coming to the tournament with not one but few big injuries, and I told him, because he was asking me for a fight with Eckerling, a big fight, and I told him you have to prove yourself first on German soil. But then he called me that he's really fucked up. And I says like, okay, so you can skip this fight, but he says no. I was promising to myself that and also for you and for OKTAGON, that I will try to do my best and I will beat Mr. Crosby, even that I'm really injured, and he was. But I have to say that Tom was also unbelievable. So this fight was one of the fight of the night. So the whole main card was crazy. But Miroslav is like kind of the Braveheart guy from that movie. You know, he doesn't matter if he's got the 2 shots in his body and he almost couldn't walk. And still go there, still fighting until the end, and somehow made it in the last minute and convinced 2 judges to give him the fight. And even then, he just said, his first thought was that it should to be draw. So again, he's like unbelievable person, and I believe that he definitely deserved the fight with Eckerlin just because of what he did in his whole career. He's 73, and today he was just around 40% on what he can do. So it's gonna be a crazy fight, I believe. So, and last but not least, also Katarina, like she said. Yeah, I know, after 4th round it was 2-2, and they just told me go and win the 5th round, so I did it. So she's unbelievable. I think she's gonna be now in between the 30 best female on the world, and we will definitely try to find you somebody who can kick your ass, but then you will go to the 5th round and do it again. So congratulations to all the fighters who win, and congratulations all the fighters who learned today, but you are definitely heroes for us also. So thank you very much. It was an unbelievable event, and we are looking for the next one, which will be Tip Sport Game Changer in Ostrava, €1 million pyramid with title fight in middleweight, and then we will back in Stuttgart for the first time, and we sell already more than 80% tickets, and it's gonna be also fun. So thank you very much that you came.
Oh, it's gone under the chin. That's under the chin. Bojan Veličković here, looking to claim the title. He's done it! He has done it! His name is carved in history. What a moment!
The first Tip Sport Game Changer tournament was absolutely sensational.
Season 2 set for the lightweight division.
It's one of the best divisions all around the world.
Tip Sport Game Changer se skutečně stal ligou mistrů. Dohromady jsme dali neuvěřitelné jména.
Makwan Emirkhani, somebody who's done amazing things in the UFC. Akon Wanless, Ronald Paradisian.
Grabinski coming back. Daniel Torres, former KSW champion.
These are the best fighters in Europe.
Ja som od malička tým, ktorý chce porážať tieto legendy. Nie przegrałem żadnej walki w oktagonie. Jestem w stanie każdego znokautować.
The final fight of the tournament is almost compared to UFC title fight.
Ich bin der Kämpfer mit der meisten Erfahrung und ich werde am Ende der Sieger sein.
Oh, the right hand! Oh my goodness!
5 tournaments. 16 of the top European fighters fighting for €1 million prize money.
Definitivno je najveći nagradni fond za evropski MMA.
That is life-changing.
These fighters have seen what it means to become a Tip Sport Game Changer champion.
From Serbia, Bojan Prometheus!
They're fighting for national pride.
Having my country behind me just gives me goosebumps in a way.
This is gonna be the hardest challenge of my life.
They will be creating a legacy. We are set to see a masterpiece in 2024.
The game is about to change.